that didn't know, Shira was gone for about 6 months. Then I was gone for about a month and a half, and then we got married about a month ago. For calculations, that's like 9 or 10 months of not really being together to play board games, and she's my favorite gamer partner.
He's mediocre, but I keep him around for it.
It's why we got married after all. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Get married for the sake of board games. So, we are now filming a video. We have explored through the house, the new studio space that we're in, and we have pulled together everything we can find that has came in that we are desperately excited to play, but that we haven't opened, and I'll be clear with you, because we've been waiting for each other to break them open.
So some of these titles are not going to be new to you guys. You probably have them open and played about 10
already
times.
Played them.
For us, these are going to be brand spanking new. We might have seen them in prototype version.
That's true.
So we'll be able to talk a bit about them, but otherwise we are so excited that these have come in. We've been waiting for our favorite person to game.
Yeah, we've been holding on to these. We'll mention the ones.
You'll see.
You'll see. Here's the thing. This video is all about these games. Not all of them will probably be featured on the channel. It takes time to produce videos and film, so if you have a game in this list that you really want to see us feature, either a full review or a playthrough, a breakdown, a strategy guide, leave a comment down below letting us know what you're the most excited about, because that'll be where we direct our attention to. This channel is moving in the direction of Jesse and Shira play games. Yeah. Because that's all we want to do at the moment.
I like that. Should we rebrand?
Rebrand?
Jesse
Quackalope's out.
Jesse
and Shira play games. Wow, good. That's on the nose. Let's start with a list, Shira. You want to start with your pile or mine?
They're equally exciting, so I'll start with mine.
Okay.
This actually recently just came in. This is Castles of Burgundy, and this is the new version from Awakened Realms with all the deluxeifications.
We held onto the prototype and played the prototype so much.
Yeah.
Did you play the prototype?
I didn't get to play the prototype. I think I played it.
I played the prototype so much. When this came in, we looked at it. It was, I think, a couple weeks after the wedding.
Yeah.
And we just did a knowing nod, and we're like, don't worry, we'll open this soon.
Some of these are going to get designated unboxing videos with all the fancy B-rolls, so stay tuned for that. This will be one.
Castle of Burgundy, one of your favorite games before we even met.
Yes.
Then became one of my favorite games. Then
he actually had never
Realms.
played it, so it was really fun to teach it to him.
In our BGG Top 100 series that we're going to restart, we played it for the first time. I loved it. Then Awakened Realms brought it back and let us know that there was going to be a deluxeified version. By the way,
with new expansion?
Almost all of the games on these lists are games that we've actually purchased or backed ourselves, with a few exceptions. Some of them were sent to us, and some of them are things that, like, for instance, we filmed a free video, and the publisher, as a thank you, gave us a copy of the game. I'm not going to go through every single one as we open them, but please know, if anything is featured on the channel down the road, we will let you know exactly how, where, and when we got it. And if you have questions about a specific title that we pull out, feel free to ask. I'll respond to you in the comments.
Your turn.
Okay.
We're gonna go back and forth.
Lord of the Rings.
This is old.
I know, I've had this for a while. I've tried to talk you into playing it with me.
Yes, but I tell you that I want to watch the movies beforehand.
And so we've been trying to find a time for her to watch the movies.
Which are like 5 hours things.
She will be excited to open this up and play this with me. I love the Lord of the Rings. I grew up on the Lord of the Rings. The only reason I didn't get into the card game originally is because it was a lot. And this is the Fantasy Flight re-implementation, new artwork, same mechanics, but new printing. And this is one that I feel like I can start to tackle. I'm very excited to actually dive into the game. I've heard great things. A close friend of mine, Dan Hess, back in the day, used to be on the channel all the time. He loved this.
I have to redeem myself. I have watched the movies, I just haven't watched them in a really long time, and I did not grow up on the books, therefore the story is less familiar to me, and therefore I want to refresh myself on the story so that I get the game.
Don't worry, I'm just going to grab another game.
Oh, excuse you. Distilled! Oh, so good. We saw them at Origins, and we were reminded of how much we love the game. We saw them playtesting it and demoing it and selling it, and I'm super excited. We have all the deluxeifications, and this is a game about making alcohol.
It's really good. It's one that we discovered. It was an indie publisher. We have a policy on the channel of not charging first-time or indie publishers, and so we went head over heels trying to do coverage, bring light to the game, and we're really thrilled to see them actually in print and see how freaking good they've done.
Yeah, and I see this as a solo. I don't think we've ever got to sit in a chance to play it solo. We played it 2-player, 3-player. Alright, this is one that I thought you would be excited to see. Lands of Galzier.
Yeah, coming from Snowdale Design, a publisher that I really, really enjoy.
We prototyped this back when we were in Maryland, so that has been a good over 2 years at this point.
RPG style exploration,
Story,
cute little forest characters. Yeah. We'll probably play this off camera initially, but I'd love to come back with a gameplay series. I think they're hoping for like another wave, another reprint. This is one that I would love to work with the publisher on, if possible, because I'm a big fan of
Dude, look at the cute miniatures. Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah, Sammy Lasco's been beautiful.
Beast. And it is a Beast by Studio Midhall, and there is a new expansion coming down the line. They're going to, I think, GameFound, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're going to a crowdfunding platform near you this fall.
We need more people to play. Although we can do this 2-player.
We could do this 2-player.
It's preferred like 3 or 4 though.
I know, but it's still, it's a 2 to 4 player game, one versus many, where one person is playing the Beast and the other people are playing the hunters trying to track down the Beast throughout the board. It was my first exposure to a hidden movement game, and then Mind MGMT came after that, and so I had such a good time with this. We haven't opened this one in a while because we were one of the people who weren't sent the player screens. We got kind of separated in that little class, and so we actually just got the screens in a week or 2 ago.
We gave our copy away to.
We gave one copy away.
We gave one to a content creator who came down and visited. You can find that on camera, and our copy was awaiting the rest of the pieces. You're gonna like shake your head at me for this one. Marvel Zombies. I love Zombicide, but do you know who loves Zombicide more than me?
Me.
So why have I not opened this yet?
Because I haven't been here. And I've made him wait until I got here, and I'm so excited to open it.
If Shira starts painting through an entire line of minis...
Ooh, do I have your permission? Can we set up a little painting room in the house?
We're already planning on setting up a little painting room with a camera and everything, like so you can film yourself painting.
In preparation for Gambler's Chest.
In preparation for Gambler's Chest. Needless to say, if Shira starts painting through an entire set, it's likely going to be Zombicide something.
Probably.
Off we go. The nice thing about Zombicide is you can batch paint them, so you can do like a full set that are all kind of similar.
Do you remember this one?
I do.
We also played it in Maryland.
It was another little indie prototype.
It was so much fun. You are racing and crashing into your players across the board, and I wondered what had happened to it. I hadn't seen it in the longest time, and then all of a sudden it showed up while you were in Israel. And I was like, I am really excited to
It has a surprising amount of like player interaction and movement for a fairly static board, technically.
Yeah. It is really cool. You're moving around. You get the feeling of, I don't like racing games as much. And we had tried a couple other racing games. Computers is one that I actually enjoy, but the track doesn't go all the way around the board. It is a single board where you're going up and down and shifting back and forth.
As if the track was moving underneath you.
Yeah, like a treadmill. It was really cool.
Okay, where are we going next? You grabbing another one?
Oh, you can.
You're depleting your entire stack over there. Shira, do you want to talk about this?
Tiwanaku. I hope I'm not butchering the name.
It used to be
Pachamama, which is how I know it, and now I have to get used to saying Tiwanaku. This is an amazing abstract deduction game.
So like a pattern game. You're playing down these tiles to build out kind of a quilt on the board.
You are trying to determine what exactly size field belongs in that square and the crop that's growing on it.
And there is a correct answer.
And there's a correct answer, and it has nothing to do with electronics. It's this insane wheel that you spin to see if you got the right answer. It is, you don't have to have other people to play it with you.
Blew us away originally. We were very sad to see it not succeed on the first campaign. We were very thrilled to watch it move from GameFound over to Kickstarter and see it do very decently. I hope now that it's in print, people fall in love with it, and we get more, because that's what I want. I want more iterations.
I want more maps, because it comes with a certain set number of answer sheets. And so I want more of those. That was my only complaints about the prototype. This is, I don't know which side to show. Descent, Fantasy Flight.
Campaign game that Shira and I have been wanting to dive into.
Yeah.
This is an old one, though.
I know, but it was just sent to us recently.
Yeah. You don't know anything about it?
I don't know anything about it.
I was waiting for her to talk a little bit more.
It's blue.
It's an app.
It's Act 1. That's all I know.
It's a giant app-based RPG D&D style game. Lots of cool miniatures, cool exploration, very good story. I've heard people talk a lot about this. Some people love it. For some people, it's not their favorite game. I wanted to pull this one probably off camera initially with you and start diving into it, and you like it because it's blue?
I love it because it's blue, and that's why it has been catching my attention every single time that I see it on the shelf, and I'm like, why have we not played this just yet.
We have too many games behind us. All my stuff is big. You want to keep your... Okay.
I don't know this one at all.
I don't know this one either. I backed this. I backed a whole deck of these cards. It's like a Magic style card. It had like millions of dollars raised. That's why I backed it. I'm going to do an unboxing. I'm going to try to figure out what the game is. Let me know, is Sorcery Contested Realms like something that's interesting to people, or am I an idiot?
Idiot.
Thank you. Wow.
Block by block. Another one I don't know much about.
I've had this one for a long time. They have a new game coming out very soon that I'm extremely excited about. I forget the name of it, but it's got adorable little forest creatures.
Of course.
Hoping we get a chance to cover that. Block by Block is one that I picked up at, I think, PAX. Specifically because I was excited about their new game, and I've heard such good things about this that I really wanted to play it. It's a little bit of an area control territorial game, I believe. So, yeah, small box, but weighty game.
Now ones that I can talk about. This is Encyclopedia. Oh, by Holy Grail Games, and we loved it. We saw it in prototype form. It was so much fun. You are set collecting creatures, birds, animals, and then you're exploring them and creating an encyclopedia essentially, and it's a Euro, and there's player interaction and dice drafting where we pick from dice.
Yeah. Technically a rare game now as well, since Holy Grail went under.
I actually went and I grabbed a bunch of their games when I heard that news because I was so sad.
They've got good stuff, and the history of their company has been really solid, but...
Yeah, I'm hoping people will pick up their title.
Yeah, I hope so as well. Okay, let me pull one from... Oh, you still got so much on your side.
I still got so much. Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition, and I'm assuming you put this here because of the expansions, because we've had base game for a long time.
Because of the expansions specifically.
But yes, expansions
they
have arrived.
The game.
Yes, they do. I initially wasn't the biggest fan of... I would play it, but if I was playing Terraforming Mars, I wanted to play a big boss game. The original, and then the expansions came into the mix, and we mixed in all 4 of them and really enjoyed that process.
The solo mode on here is really excellent as well. If you want a quick little engine building style game that's in the vein of Terraforming Mars, definitely gets the feeling in the application. We still love Terraforming Mars.
My number 1 game.
This is a nice breath mint.
Another oldie, and this is here for you.
I got this game because I wanted to start playing through legacy games with Shira.
Yeah.
We've had it on the shelf for so long because, I mean, probably over a year. Because I got it, then we didn't have much time to play together, and then we started distancing from each other, and then you moved away.
I've heard so many good things about this, and it's Polyamino, and it's funny, the first time I heard about it, I thought someone was saying Mice City, as in there was mice.
Sounds really cute.
And I thought it was a totally different game until then I saw My City.
I have heard that 2-player is not as good as higher player counts.
I've heard that, like, having it 4 players is
so
best.
we do have a couple of friends that might be able to make the time with us. David and Rooney, if you're watching this, maybe we'll try to play this with them. It really depends on their schedule. If not, I think we might still try to play this 2-player.
Yeah, I would love to find another couple, though, to play through it. Okay, big guy. Why
Shira's completely disappeared.
So heavy?
Oh, Shira. Need I say anything?
No. Should we just have a moment of silence for Vampire the Masquerade Chapters? Oh, the miniatures are so dope. Is that what you're trying to show them?
Yeah.
We got sent an early copy of this game to showcase on the channel.
It's arriving now to people, though, actually, so it's not early anymore.
No, the original one that we got sent was a final...
You're saying back in the day.
Back in the day.
I think this one was early as well.
We got sent, but back
like
in the day
a
we
week and a half, and now it's late.
Yeah, but back in the day we got sent like a pretty final copy of the game to showcase and start playing. And for a very narrative-driven, close to RPG...
Did not want to play it.
Because you didn't say any of the right words. You don't know how to describe games for me to want to play.
Pictures.
Yeah. So, I do words. We are figuring out our learning styles. He's very, very pictorial, and I'm very, very wordle. And so I was really excited once I actually got to start reading the little chapter books that go with each scenario and seeing the dialogue emerge between the characters and getting to create my own character and my stats and upgrade. I was having a lot of fun. And so this is actually, check out the video of 6-7 campaign games we're offering to start bringing to the channel.
Coming out soon this week.
Based on your votes. So stay tuned.
Chapters is one we will likely play through the entirety of on our own.
You're not putting it down?
It's too big. Unless people vote for it to be featured here on the channel. Okay, let me grab one. Deep Rock Galactic.
I don't know anything about this.
Neither do I.
But it came while you were gone.
I backed this.
Yeah.
It's a very popular video game. And on the back of wanting to be able to unbox it, cover it, talk about it through the lens of trying to like grab some of the audience or some of the eyes from the video game industry, I went ahead and picked it up.
1 to 4 player co-op action cave crawler based on popular video game Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, I'm not convinced it's going to be good.
I like the miniatures, so there's a plus for that.
Not convinced it's going to be good, but I do want to open it up, and it came just very recently. The artwork's pretty cool too, honestly.
I'm going to step off camera for a moment.
Oh man, what else do you have to grab? I know nothing about this.
That sound.
Shield. Those of you that know anything about this, let me know. I know it looked really cool and really impressive, and I backed it alongside, I think this was one of the campaigns that did like an honest funding goal, and it really struggled to get close to that line. And so I backed it, helping it push over that line at the last wave, because they've done a good job. They put a lot of time and effort into it. I wanted to see it succeed. I don't know what it is. I know it's a big space thing.
It's a big space thing. It is occupying a big space right now.
Other than that, I have no idea. You want to set it back down? I'll grab something while you do. Shira is going to be very excited to see this on the table when she comes back. Masters of the Universe.
I have been asking for us to unbox this since it arrived. I have been so excited. Oh, Motu. It has been a while. I believe almost 2 years since we had a prototype version of this. 2021, the summer of 2021. Wow. We had a prototype because we were in a hotel room trying to film coverage for it. It was very, very early in our relationship, and so I have been waiting anxiously for this copy to come in. I am so excited to get a chance to play it on the board. I love the way that you got to play all the characters fighting against each other, the good guys, the bad guys, and plus it has Shira in it. So, you know, can't complain.
Okay, can't complain. Let me grab another one here. This one actually has the shrink wrap off of it. Do you want to explain why?
We are moving studios, and in the process of moving studios, the shrink wrap on this baby got a little torn, and therefore it fell off in the process of putting it into a box to move across the street and then out of a box. And so
we have not opened
all the expansions are still upstairs in shrink, and you'll see them in the official unboxing. This is also going to be on.
This is another one that we held on to because Shira specifically is a big fan, and we want to open it up.
This is kind of the sequel to Lords of Hellas. This is Lords of Ragnarok.
We didn't love Lords of Hellas.
Yeah, you felt that you could win the exact same way every single time, and so therefore it felt a little bit samey.
And I kept doing it.
You kept doing it. I like the concept of building the statues, and so I like the theme of Ragnarok. I like that, and I'm really can't wait to get this one to the table.
Okay.
The map is so pretty as well.
What else do we have here? Oh man.
I still have a pile on my side.
Rolling Heights.
Oh, by AG.
Yeah, that's not effective.
No, it's not effective. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
To move the pile closer.
Rolling Heights. This is one that we sung the praises of, coming from AEG, following Kabuto, same dice rolling or meeple rolling mechanic, which I really, really enjoy. I like this one a lot. This is just a very satisfying, good playing game. Like, it just feels nice to roll your meeples, see where they land, assign them different buildings across the board.
It's creating resources and then allocating resources into cubes to start building up this empire, these buildings. And so you are creating the sprawling, like, Manhattan landscape, and you have different restrictions on where you can place the buildings that you're grabbing and paying. It's really cool. And the dice, the meeples that you choose and then roll based on how they're standing up or whether they're going on strike is how you get your resources.
Yep. Okay. You got another pile?
I do. These three are going to come together. There's a couple more that I could not find in the process of the move. This is Habitats. This is Psychic Pizza Delivery. This is Basketballs. These are from All Play. And these were the last Kickstarter I was able to back financially before we have said we're going to hold off backing for a little bit.
Yep.
And I've really enjoyed, not all of their titles are perfect for me, but I definitely like getting to play each one at least once.
They consistently have good stuff.
They have good stuff, they have accessible stuff. We've really we've played Roll to the Top a lot recently. We picked it up at Origins, and I've liked what they've been able to do with the box size that they have. And so these ones are I'm really interested in playing with them.
Yeah. Excited to check them out. You want to keep grabbing your side for now?
Yeah. This is one that you really liked.
Illiterati. As a spelling person who's not good at spelling.
Yeah, this was
mad chaos, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was awful to play with.
A surprisingly fun spelling game.
You are the worst person to play a spelling game with.
Yeah, if you've got a family, if you've got kids, if you've got a group of people that you enjoy, like getting something light, easy, but a little bit thinky down to the table, Illiterati is lovely.
Yes. Alright.
What are you grabbing now?
This one just arrived, and I thought it looked gorgeous. Me and Wes were really excited to play it. This is Books of Time, and this is from Board and Dice. And just look at the back here. It reminds me... Oh.
Look at the back right here. Look at the back right here. Look at this.
This reminded me a lot of Canvas, just the initial artwork. I'm not sure so much about the board game mechanics and what the game actually is, but it looked similar to the process of creating art.
I don't know much about it at all.
And so I was really excited when I saw it come in.
Okay. What else do you have?
Oh, I've got 2 big ones left.
I've got 3 left on my side.
So your turn first.
My turn first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine are big.
A game that I've been waiting for Shira to open up and get to the table because she loves Euros. And like I said, I want to play through more Legacies.
Yeah, my father's
work. This is one that we want to do a full dedicated piece of coverage on. Probably a right for you, wrong for you video or something along those lines. Yeah. We need to sit down and start diving into it. That'll be on the priority list sometime over the next month.
The app wasn't ready for a little bit, and
when
then
we first got it in, the app wasn't ready, and then you were gone.
I left, and so it's literally been on our to-do list since then.
For a long time. Okay.
All right. Another one that is not new to anyone else but us. The Witcher, the old world. I'm actually one of the minority people who don't know this from the TV show.
She's never watched the TV show.
I haven't.
What is it originally, though?
What do you mean originally?
Is it just a TV show?
I mean, is it books?
You have books, you have a video game, then you have a movie.
I live under a very dark rock. It's very, very cold and cozy in there. So, but I got to play this in a prototype form, and I really enjoyed the actual gameplay mechanics of it without knowing the lore. And I think people who enjoy the lore and the story behind it, the theme will also.
I'm really excited to add into the creature hunting specific expansions.
We didn't have a full prototype when we were able to.
And so there were a few areas where we were like, we want to see more of X, X, and X. And then as they ran the Kickstarter, they were like, we're adding this, and this, and this. And they just hit all of the dots. Yeah. So extremely happy and extremely excited to dive into The Witcher Old World soon. I wonder what people are going to say in this video. Like, what games we're actually going to have to prioritize.
I wonder how big I'm going to be bashed.
Some of these games will stay on the shelf for another, 7 months, I'm sure.
Last one on my side. Zombicide, Undead or Alive. This one's also arrived.
Zombicide, waiting for Shira to get home.
Arrived forever ago, and I was so excited to hear it arrived and sad that I was so far away from my copy.
I really like the Western theme. It's not your favorite theme.
It is not my favorite, and if I had to pick right now which ones we were picking, Black Plague, and then Marvel Zombies, and then...
Are you backing White Death?
It's a pledge manager I have to discuss with you. It is an active pledge manager open that I have to discuss.
Yeah.
Yes, I want it. So.
Okay.
That's Undead Alive.
Few on my side.
Oh, this one is also one I've been waiting on. Lobotomy Manhunts. We really, really wanted to get a chance to bring a playthrough to the channel. Didn't have a chance when we had the prototype, and so I've been excited waiting for the final copy. Take a look at these minis. You're dungeon crawling through an insane asylum. Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing. You're playing as mental health patients who are having to deal with their nurses and doctors who are trying to capture them and put them back in their cell.
And we find that entertaining.
We do.
Some people find it to be a little bit dark or cryptic or making fun of mental disorders. Yeah.
As someone who's been in multiple psychiatric hospitals, I find it very entertaining.
All right, off to the side.
Last one.
The last one, which Shira is the most excited about.
Oh, yeah?
We saved the best for last.
Yeah, so I know which one is coming, and nope. He almost forgot to put it in the video, honestly. He did, and I can't see his face anymore, so I can say exactly what
Everdel. The complete collection.
Yeah.
I love Everdel. I think it's lovely. I think it's beautiful. I think the artwork's incredible. I think the gameplay's very good. I like playing it with all the expansions included. Shira, historically...
I'm going to give it another chance. I am. I think the little creatures... I like the artwork. I think the little creatures are so cute. And honestly, the berries have a great mouthfeel. I don't know if you've tried them. They're so squishy.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I don't like it. It has everything I should like. It has
You've just played it with the wrong people.
I think I've been frustrated when when you're waiting for the right card and it doesn't come out. And and I feel too restricted in the beginning. But that's what makes sometimes a good game.
Sometimes it makes a very frustrating experience. I can say my first experience of Everdel, the first few experiences I had, was exactly that. I liked mixing in the expansions because it gave me more to play with.
And I don't think I ever mixed in any expansion.
Never did. No, you just play with the base game. The base game I can find a little bit tight and a little bit random.
Yeah. So I would like to mix in some expansions. Now we have the complete collection.
There you have it. A list of all the stuff we need to open up and start playing now that we're officially together.
What is number one on your list?
What you want to see us feature here on the channel.
And what type of coverage do you want associated with it? Do you want, like Jesse said, gameplays? Do you want overviews, previews?
Right for you, wrong for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Lots of options.
These are all stuff that are on our list to play because they are personal favorites and like ones that we're just wanting to get to the table. And so if we have an excuse to actually produce content on them, all the better. Multitask.
Pretty soon, probably in the next week or two, we're hopefully going to go into a cycle where like one day a week, we just play games together. Ooh. We like put them on the table over there, play them, possibly film the gameplay, possibly not, and then bring them immediately over here, talk about them, talk about the experience, do coverage of them. It'll just be a whole day of like back and forth game playing. Yeah. So, okay, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Whatever the case,
Whatever you do, remember to do the important thing.
Check the mouthfeel of all your board games. It's an important qualifier.
It is.
Yeah, you need to know, do they taste the way they look?
We'll see you next time.
Bye.